Good day, everyone. Welcome to Great Research. Today, our topic is about the research problems. Let's start the ball rolling. For your targets to achieve at the end of this lesson, you should be able to identify possible sources of research problems. Point out the significance of research problems. And of course, you're going to write the research problem. Now, what is a research problem? We all know that when we say research, we are trying to search again. So what are we searching again? We search again for the solution or answer to the problem or question. So meaning, when we search again, pwedeng ang question or problem is not new anymore. Ibig sabihin, isa-search mo lang ulit kung tama ba yung solution or there will be another solution or answer to the research problem or question. Now, when we say a research problem, it is a statement about an area of concern. So if there are aspects of areas sa ating surroundings na kailangan ng immediate solution or answer, then that is a research problem. So whenever a question pops out of our mind, that's it. That's a research problem. We just have to put it in writing. Second, it is a condition to be improved. So if there are cases na may mga conditions or situations that need to be improved, nagtaka ka kung paano ma-improve yun o nagtanong ka paano ma-enhance, then you are starting with the research problem. It is a difficulty to be eliminated. So medyo nahirapan sa isang process. Then, may naisip ka, ano kaya pong pwedeng gawing paraan para maging mas madali yung isang task or yung isang procedure. So, minsan nangyayari yun, ano pa kaya? So, we have something in mind, we have a question in mind, so that's already a research problem. Kasi, hahanapan natin ng solution or answer. And lastly, it is a troubling question that needs deliberate investigation. So, any question or problem na kailangan may gagawin tayo to be able to solve the question or find the answer, then that's already a research problem. The purpose of a research statement is to introduce the reader to the importance of the topic being studied. So, what is the importance of the topic to you as the reader or to the one who will read the research statement? Second, to place the problem into a particular context that defines the parameters of what is to be investigated. So meaning, what is that context that you will investigate, but there are limitations. Of course, merong coverage. So meron siyang scope. So hindi general. Dapat specific ang inyong research statement. And third, to provide a framework for reporting the results and indicate what is probably necessary to conduct the study and explain how the findings will present this information. So of course, ang research statement ay magpo-provide sa atin ng skeletal framework, parang siyang basis or basis for reporting the results and indicates the necessary things or information to conduct the study. So, ito ay kailangan malaman yung findings. Dapat siya ay merong solusyon. Moving on, we have the sources of research problems. We have first, personal experiences. So, these personal experiences are of course based on what you have experienced. So, minsan nagkakaroon tayo ng mga questions based on our personal experiences. Naranasan natin, our feelings, yung nangyari sa atin. So, may mga question doon na pwede nating gawan ng investigation para malaman natin ang result or solution. Kasi remember, every time we have a question, that can also be considered a problem. So, problem na siya. Na we have to perform a procedure to be able to answer the question or the problem for us to find the solution. So one is personal experiences. The second, we can have a research problem through journals, symposia, and conferences. So, umatin tayo ng symposia or conferences o may nabasa tayo sa mga journals or any publications, pwede kang may mga questions doon. So, every time na may question on your mind, then you are starting now with the research problem. Nag-uumpisa na tayo. Okay, next, we have suggestions from others. So, minsan, some of our friends, colleagues, or parents sa family natin or siblings, sila ang pwedeng sources of research problem. Kasi minsan, nagbibigay sila ng suggestions. Then, for those suggestions, kung matatanong mo sa sarili mo na pwede kaya ito, then you already have a question. Next, we have existing problems in the workplace. So, for example, sa bahay or sa school, merong problem or slight problem, merong concern, basta nagkaroon ka ng question in mind o nagtaka ka, then you are starting now with the research problem. Next, we have technological and scientific achievements. So, especially nowadays, di ba, yung mga vaccines, if they are effective, ano-ano yung mga paraan which are effective in combating against COVID-19, at saka iba pa mga technological advancements or achievements. So, that can also be sources of research problems. And lastly, offshoots of other researchers. So, pwedeng ang ating question or problem ay question din and problem ng other researchers. So, ang gagawin lang is to validate. Totoo kaya yung ginawa nitong researcher na ito? Parehas kaya kami nalalabas na solution or findings? So, pwedeng gano'n. So, these are the sources of research problems. So, pwedeng yan ang pagkuwanan para mag-start ang isang research. So, always remember, a research always starts with a question or a problem. Now, what should your statement of the problem include? Your statement of the problem should first identify an issue or a gap in existing knowledge in the field. So, when you say gap or issue, may kulang. So, pag nakita nyo, yung knowledge na yun, or when you read that knowledge, o yung alam nyo, magtataka kayo, parang may kulang. But, parang there is something missing. Then, yun ang dapat din makita sa inyong statement of the problem na malalaman na, oo nga, no, parang yung kulang doon na, oo nga, ba't ganon? Yun, yung ganon. Next, demonstrate the need for further research on the topic. Very important na may pangangailangan. Ba't ka nga ba nagre-research? Baka naman ang dali-dali lang naman isolve yan or sagutin immediately. Ba't kailangan pa mag-research? So, there should be the need for further research. Kasi pwede naman na same research din ng iba, but you find na there's a need to make a follow-up research or to continue. Okay, ganon. Next, be realistic from the perspective of gathering data, budget constraints, time frame, and others. When you say be realistic, see to it na makakagather kayo ng data about your topic. Yung budget mo baka naman sobrang mahal, gawin yung research nyo. Mahal siya i-solve. O yung time frame nyo, baka abutin pa kayo ng years in solving your problem. So please take note of that. Next, be based in theoretical, factual, or conceptual frameworks. When you answer your research problem, of course, there is a procedure or step there that you will have to gather data or bases in theories or facts. So you have to look for references or search for related studies of your problem para makakuha din kayo ng mga theories, ng mga facts kasi nga 'di ba nagawa na naman nila ito. So meaning they also undergone investigation. So you will just compare. Yun ang din ang research na pwedeng ulitin, gawin nyo rin yung research ng iba. You will just compare your answer or solutions to their findings. Or to validate. Totoo bang ganito nga lumabas sa kanila? Ganon. Sa akin kaya, ano kaya magiging findings? Next, have a strong ethical basis for the solution it proposes. So when you say ethical basis, of course, it has to respect persons or group of people na wala kayong masasagasaan na even animals, kasi mga ethical basis yan when you try to find the solution. Okay, next. Be written clearly and concisely. If your non-academic friend doesn't understand it, you probably need to revise it. So, syempre, hindi naman lahat nakakaintindi sa research nyo. But, of course, if your research problem is very simple and very understandable by others, kahit yung mga non-academic friends nyo, na hindi nila alam yung tungkol sa research nyo, maiintindihan dapat nila yung inyong gustong isolve. Pero if they will not be able to understand it clearly, then I think you have to revise it, or siguro lang may kulang doon sa inyong statement of the problem. Next, answer the so what question. For example, it should convey the significance of the study. So, syempre, merong mga ibang tao na sasabihin, ano naman yan? So what if that is your research problem? Ano naman kahinatnan niya? Ano namang importance niya? So, you have to answer that. Kailangan makita na nila yung significance ng inyong study, na importante pala yung study na to. Oo nga, no? Dapat ganun ang maging reaction. Oo nga, no? Tama nga. Bakit nga kaya ganun? Yun, hindi yung, so what? Ano naman kung ganyan ang inyong problem? Diba? Okay, next, last. Be free of unnecessary jargon and sweeping statements. When you say jargon and sweeping statements, these are words that are nonsense. So, yung wala lang na hindi naman dapat sila nandun sa research nyo dahil wala silang relationship dun sa inyong research problem. So, please avoid using jargon and sweeping statements. Alright, so now let's have the types and examples of research problems. First, we have the description problem. So, when we say description problem, you are just describing something. So, for example, what are the characteristics of X? So, you describe nyo, of course, what are the characteristics when you answer the question. Next, comparison problem. What are the difference between X and Y? So, meaning, you are comparing two things or two variables. What is the effect of this? Ganito. So, ganon. So, when you say X and Y here, those are just examples of things. Kaya nilagay lang na X and Y. So, comparing two variables or two effects. Next, definition problem. So, when you say definition problem, you have to define something based on investigation. For example, to what class of phenomena does this belong? So, may nangyari, saan kaya ito pwedeng phenomena? What class? Anong situation kaya ito? Next, evaluation problem. So, when you say evaluation problem, you are trying to identify whether a situation is or something is successful or not. So, how successful is this intervention? Yun yung example. So, pag sinabi nating intervention, ano yung bang tinatanong ninyo? How successful is this method, for example? How successful is video lessons in learning? Yan, in students learning, for example. Okay, so evaluation problem. And lastly, explanation problem. So, here, the question starts with why. So, you have to solve the answer or the question why. So, you are going to explain because you have to find the reason for your question why. So, just remember, when you write the research problem, take note, you choose what type of research problem you're going to have, and then, from the type of research problem, kung ano yung nakalagay doon, yun ang dapat mangyari dun sa question or problem. And, research problem is usually written as a question. So, baka magtaka kayo, may problem, may question. E, di ba naman, every time we have a problem, there's already a question. So, when we woke up in the morning, and then you try to ask yourself, what is our breakfast for today? Then, that is already a question. Then, di ba may gagawin ka para ma-answer mo yung question na what is our breakfast? Or you look for the the breakfast? Anong pagkain na nasa table? So that you will know, may gagawin, may ginagawa. So we cannot solve a problem or question without doing anything. You really have to perform a simple activity or a simple step or procedure to be able to answer the solution or problem. And now that's all for our parting words. The art and science of asking questions is the source of all knowledge. That is by Thomas Berger. So this is very important for you to remember. So the art and science of asking questions is the source of all knowledge. Remember, all the science, pag sinabing science, di ba, it is a body of knowledge. And a body of knowledge or science started from asking questions. Pwede ba ito? Di ba katulad lang rin ng mga primitive people, they just try doing things. Paggamit ng sharp objects, in cutting, and then, after that, nag-perform sila doon, question lang naman sa mind nila yun eh, pwede kaya, tinatry, pwede kaya, then they try, and then, they discover science. They discover the knowledge. So, yun yung source of knowledge, yung pag nagtatanong tayo. For example lang, di ba? Nagtanong tayo ng what is your name? That is a question. Sumagot yung kausap mo, my name is. Then you already have the knowledge. What is the knowledge? Eh di yung answer niya sa my name is, sa question mo na, what is your name? That's as simple as that. I hope you understand my point of this quotation, and I hope you learned a big something for our lesson for today about the research problems. So that's all, and thank you. If you have any clarifications or questions, you may send me a private message or type in your message in our group chat so that I will be able to answer whatever question you have or clarifications about our topic for today. So stay safe and God bless everyone. So to God be the glory. Bye-bye!